What's good, y'all? We got Andrew Tate and Piers Morgan. Now, the specific reason as to why, and I went to a specific timestamp. The reason as to why is because I've seen this clip of him speaking about the black man stabbing the Ukrainian woman. I think it was on a train or a bus, and he's saying some interesting things just within this whole segment. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Piers Morgan. We on the road to 100K. Okay, if you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Now we're gonna start right here at this timestamp where he's got right after the ad. Um at this timestamp, it says Andrew Tate on racially motivated and hate crime.
Do you think black people suffer from crime? Do you
I think
they are
everybody
also
suffers from crime, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would argue, perhaps I'm wrong, but that's never happened before, that a black person isn't killed because of the color of their skin. They're going to be killed because there's some other drug dealing debt for them to deal with in inner city Chicago.
Andrew Tate, you don't even have the right to speak on America, Black America, for one, for so many reasons. The video just started. It's gonna be long. I'm already knowing. You come on, man. That sounded real racist right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
They're going to be killed because there's some other drug dealing debt for them to deal with in inner city Chicago.
Wow.
That
And
girl
he said he specifically pointed out a specific city.
was killed because she was deal with in inner city Chicago. That young girl was killed
What? So was that Chicago? Where was that at? I don't know where that was at.
because she was white. It was a hate crime, and she was
we
targeted.
don't actually know that.
Of course we know that.
No,
I'll prove. I'll show you how we know that.
No. I know what you're going to say because I've already debated it. The reality of the situation. You had severely mentally ill, probably schizophrenic.
I don't give.
I'm about to tell you.
People are mentally ill.
Let's deal with some
This is a
facts. Then
cop-out.
you can. Let's deal with some facts. Then you can give me your opinion. That's how this works, right? He is heard on tape saying, "I got the white girl." Okay, that suggests a potential racial motivation.
Potentially.
Yeah. Okay, but we
I didn't know he said that.
don't actually know. And I do think, as I've said publicly, I do think the mainstream media has behaved in a very hypocritical manner. If that had been the other way round and you'd had a white man killing a beautiful young black girl and saying, "I got the black girl," it would have instantly been a huge story covered by mainstream media in a very aggressive manner. The fact that this was ignored for several days was an indication to me that there was a decision.
I'll just say this: it probably, if he said he got the white girl, depending on what side of town, she could have been in the hood, something that could have been the black side of town. I could see how, how that could play a part into that. I'm not gonna lie.
Decision taken.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say like black people is racist and that's what they're gonna do. Like that's not the stereotype that needs to be pushed out here. You know what I'm saying? By any means, cause nah. You know what I'm saying?
A very aggressive manner. The fact that this was ignored for several days was an indication to me that there was a decision taken. Yeah, so I think there was a clear bias exposed.
So hold on, what?
By mainstream media in a very aggressive manner, instantly being a huge story covered by mainstream media in a very aggressive manner. The fact that this was ignored for several days was an indication to me that there was a decision taken. Yeah, so I think there was a clear bias.
He said white people are a victim of prejudice. And see, that's one thing I noticed in this. He's gonna be on the white people's side for real. Now y'all know Andrew Tate. He like me. He mixed. He had breed. You know what I'm saying? He said white people is a victim of prejudice. In what instance of prejudice is there here? What form of prejudice is there here? Although he stabbed her, yes, I understand that's tragic. Where's the prejudice, though?
This was ignored for several days was an indication to me
In the media,
there was
That
a
white
decision
people are a victim
taken.
of prejudice.
Yeah, so I think there was a clear bias exposed to the way it was
Oh,
ignored. So
no.
I would agree with you about that. But I do think it's important to point out this guy had been in and out of prison 14 times, should never have been let out, but is clearly mentally ill, probably schizophrenic. We don't actually know what motivated him to kill this poor Ukrainian
Yes, we
woman.
do.
And the reason it's important is that once we do establish more information and more facts, we can make a more considered opinion. One of the issues I have with you, Andrew, and a lot of other people, is that there's always a rush to judgment. And the problem with rushes to judgment is later information may contradict what you're feeling in the moment. I remember in the riots that erupted after we had a young black boy killing those poor white girls. Right, there was a rush to judgment that he'd come in illegally on a boat on the south coast of the UK. It turned out that wasn't the case. So I believe in waiting for facts and information and then casting a judgment. And I think my criticism of you in these situations is you have immediately decided that was the motivation.
So I need to figure out where that was at. Let me do some research, y'all. Where was this stabbing
they broke up in a
of the
beach. Yeah.
white Ukrainian woman? That was the UK or that was here in America? Oh my God, bro. Just give me the simple answer, bro. Train refugee named was fatally stabbed on a light rail train in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Therefore, it's a racist hate crime, and that's it. I believe in waiting for facts and information and then casting a judgment. And I think my criticism of you in these situations is you have immediately decided that was the motivation. Therefore, it's a racist hate crime, and that's it. And I would argue to you, why don't you give it a bit of time? Why don't you wait for more information and make a more considered opinion?
Okay, first things first, if we're going to talk about waiting for information, you shouldn't have told me that Israel was not committing a genocide on October 8th. You've been proven wrong. That's the first thing. The second thing, he said, I got that white girl. You're going to pretend that doesn't matter as if it's not proven.
I didn't
enough.
say it didn't matter.
Third thing,
I said it
don't care
suggests
if
a
he's
racial
mentally ill.
motivation.
Everybody who stabs somebody is mentally ill. This mentally ill bullshit, I don't know where this has come from, where someone's a criminal, but they're mentally ill. Every single person who commits murder is mentally ill. Every single person who commits necrophilia is mentally ill. Every single person who believes they can get in and out of a bank with money without getting caught has some kind of mental disorder.
That's
They're all
not true.
mentally ill. I don't care about mentally ill. And here's the final nail in the coffin to your asinine argument, sir. Why did he not stab anyone else on the bus?
Where's the limit as at mental illness though? That's not something you can physically document, see, touch, feel, anything. You know what I'm saying? You can't measure someone's mental health, bro. You know? So you say that's not true. Cause you can't anybody could be perfectly fine and wanna go hit a lick, bro. Wanna go catch a body. That has nothing to do with anything. If you ask me, I feel like, you know, he probably down bad. He broke than a motherfucker. He probably is a bum on drugs, all type of shit. You know, it being a white girl is probably the hood. This is North Carolina. It's very racist out there towards black people, and well, if you want to say black people racist towards white people, I guess I don't know. We know though, it's North Carolina. I feel like, you know, he had that feeling inside of him like he wanted to GTA something. And that's what he done. He wasn't gonna necessarily do it to. He seen a white girl. He figured like she over here on the wrong side of town. This is a fucked up way of thinking, but I'm putting myself in his shoes. He probably this probably how he felt. Shit, fuck it. She white. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Is it overly racist? I mean, he probably was gonna do that. He was gonna crash out on somebody. It being a white girl, he took it out on her. He felt like he wanted to just do something that day. He wanted a GTA something. Was he targeting? Is he targeting white people? I don't know. Look at his past. This man been arrested 14 times. God damn it. Shit.
Because he was already on a bus with 4 people and he didn't touch them. If he's so mental, if he can't control his mind, why didn't he stab any of those? Is it because everyone else on the bus was black? The first white person he sees, he kills and says, I got that white girl. And you don't believe that's enough proof for a court of law to determine that was a racially motivated attack?
It wouldn't be enough proof at the moment for a court of law. No, absolutely. Absolutely, I believe that.
I think it could be.
That's because I've covered many court cases and you haven't. No.
I think it could very well be this is a murder. I think it could be, bro. It's a murder. That's evidence. You got the white girl. He's arguing mental illness, which I understand. You know, that could be him. That could be some mental shit to where he, you know, it's both. Regardless, as you know, black community, we don't accept this nigga, man. We don't accept crash outs like this, bro. Whether it's on a white girl, a black girl, don't matter. If you an innocent person and that man did that for no reason, then you know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter. We don't accept you. You know.
As a journalist, I prefer in waiting for more information.
People on the bus,
I think fine.
This person, who I will agree was probably deranged, although I give no merit to that, although it does not garner any sympathy from me, he clearly had something wrong with him. This person was radicalized by a leftist media machine, which blames every single thing on.
Bro, I know this nigga be having a headache. That's why you don't see much content from him. This nigga catching headaches with how hard he talking, boy, yelling.
Radicalized by a leftist media
Look at him.
which blames every single thing on white people, which says that
Hold on, what?
Hold on. Was probably deranged, although I give no merit to that, although it does not garner any sympathy from me, he clearly had something wrong with him. This person was radicalized by a leftist media machine, which blames every
leftist
single thing
media
on white
machine.
people, which says that
Blames everything on media. So left is Democrats, right? Right is Republicans, right? Let me get that right. Why are you even involving yourself in American politics, nigga? This nigga did come from. I mean, he stayed in America from a little bit, right? Now I think he might have been born in Chicago or some shit. I don't be remembering niggas fucking lineage and shit. I think he came from Chicago and then moved or something like that, bro. But he been overseas more than he not from here, bro. It's just that simple, my nigga. He got, look at the flags behind him. That nigga is not, he got an accent, don't sound like us. He not from here, bro. This nigga is not from here neither. Why are y'all speaking on American politics? You know, stay on your place. You got your own shit going on.
Which blames every single thing on white people, which says that white people are the devils, that everything white people have done is wrong, that their entire history is wrong, and that they deserve the bad things that happen to them.
You have no.
I'm not gonna say white people today, the good ones, bro, because you did not pick the life that you chose. If you was born white and you understand that the wrong that white people has done to black folks, bro, you shouldn't hate yourself for being white, bro. There's nothing wrong with being white, bro. There's nothing wrong with being born white. There's nothing wrong with me being born mixed, bro. That's the life you can't change that. You know what I'm saying? You can't change that, man. But what am I saying?
Have done is wrong, that their entire history
nothing wrong
is
with that
wrong,
though.
And that they deserve.
But this facts is the facts. White Americans, the colonizers, has done mass destruction upon multiple races of people. Let's just be honest.
People are the devils, that everything white people have done is wrong, that their entire history is wrong, and that they deserve the bad things that happen to them.
You have no
If
idea.
sit
You
and
have no
constantly
idea that he.
demonize an entire race
You have-
endlessly, we're going to end
Andrew.
up having a few idiots who act on that.
But
and
Andrew.
that's what this man did.
But
because
Andrew.
of the media. The
Andrew.
leftist media are complicit
Okay.
in what happened to this poor young girl.
Actually,
Wow. So he's blaming the politicians for getting in his head. it telling him to go kill the white girl. That's bogus. I ain't gonna lie.
but
Because of
Andrew.
the media. The
Andrew.
leftist media are complicit
Okay.
in what happened to this poor young girl.
Actually, you have absolutely no idea if anything you just said.
I
is
think that's
remotely true.
bogus.
I
None of
have
it.
absolute certainty
None
that
of
it is a fact.
None of
sir.
it. It's not a fact. If it was a fact, we'd all
It
be.
is a fact.
No, it's not a fact yet. That's the point. This is my point. Again,
The
off you
leftist
go.
media has done
Off you
nothing
go,
but
making a
demonize
series
white
of assumptions.
For as long, okay, all
He said the left media has done nothing but demonized white people.
right. If you want to be smart, let me prove you wrong.
What has the rightist media done to black people? Are you serious right now? Come on. That's why I hate all that politics shit. Yeah, y'all lucky I'm a fucking YouTuber. I gotta sit here and talk and shit. This is good content. Not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of that politic bullshit. Just don't come around here affecting me. You know what I'm saying? I'm Gucci.
Shit,
Nigga
that's
talking
point.
about the
This is my
leftist.
point. Again,
The
off you
leftist
go.
media has done
Off you
nothing
go,
but
making a
demonize
series.
What
of
has the right done
assumptions.
to the
For as
black?
long- okay, all right. If you want to be smart, let me prove you
I'm
wrong.
not being
once again.
smart. I'm just saying
Yeah, sure.
it's not a
Prove you wrong
fact.
Once again, this is Pierce. I'm well versed in you by now. This is easy. Let me ask you a question. If there's an Islamic terror attack, like the London bombings, and then Abu Hamza, Mr. Hook, Captain Hook, he ends up going to jail for a very long time. He didn't blow anything up, but no, he was talking about how Islamic terror attacks should happen because he believes that people deserve them because of his personal worldview. He was instigating so that some idiot would listen to him with less brains than him and then go and murder. What is the difference between that and what the leftist mainstream media is doing by constantly demonizing white people constantly and endlessly? There's always going to be
No,
some
Demonizing white people? This nigga is claiming the leftist media is demonizing white people, bro.
mentally impaired
Allow
on
me to
some
respond.
level who's going to act upon
Allow
it.
me to
So
respond.
we're locking up Islamic extremists
All right.
for discussing violence against
Allow
people
me
who
to
are not
respond.
Muslim. We should also be locking up anybody who's demonizing an entire race,
Yeah.
demonizing all of their history, and demonizing them to the point where they cannot get on a bus. They can't get on public transport without worrying about being murdered. And I have a future on this planet where I'm not here.
What about Rosa Parks, my nigga? Did Rosa Parks didn't die, did she? Did they kill Rosa Parks? Hold on, bro. I don't be remembering my. Hold on. Don't tell me they killed Rosa, man. Did they kill Rosa Parks? Did they kill Rosa Parks on the
Yeah, they
bus?
broke out in a bitch. Yeah.
No, Rosa Parks was not killed on the bus. She was arrested. Okay, yeah, okay.
Future on this planet where my white daughters exist and I am gone.
His
And they
white
will be
daughters.
victims and targets unless white people.
I mean, shit, I can have white kids, bro. If I had a white baby mama, I can definitely have white kids. No cap. I can also have black kids. You know what I'm saying? The power is in the eye of the beholder, type shit.
Will start standing up for themselves, standing up for their beliefs, and standing up for their nations. Because you're the only race which is being erased. You're the only one. Nobody is invading and erasing any other race. Only you white people. And you seem to sit there and wonder, oh, maybe it's
White people are being erased. Yo, this explains everything. The half breed fucking cracked the code. It explains it all. Whoa. I'm tweaked out, y'all. How long was my mic like this? Man, y'all ain't hearing nothing, bro. That just ruined the whole video, bro. Man. It's gonna be good now. Man, damn. Damn, y'all ain't gonna hear nothing, bro. The whole throw it in the trash, dog. What the hell, bro? Come on, man. Messed all my clips up now. I ain't got no clips, dog. Come on, man. Oh my god.
Only race which is being erased. You're the only one. Nobody is invading and erasing any other race. Only gone planet
Bro.
where I'm
Damn. Y'all know how frustrating that is for real, bro. Oh man.
not here. There's a future on this planet where my white daughters exist and I am gone. And they will be victims and targets unless white people start standing up for themselves, standing up for their beliefs, and standing up for their nations. Because you're the only race which is being erased. You're the only one. Nobody is invading and erasing any other race. Only you white people. And you see.
This nigga is saying white people is being erased. That explains everything, bro. That explains why they fought so hard to keep black people enslaved, bro. I mean, look at me. Look at me. I mean, Andrew Tate, you know, he didn't get the same type of genes I got. You know what I'm saying? But look at me, I'm spinning. What I'm saying is, black is the dominant race, bro. Is go back to the Punnett squares, nigga. They taught us this in middle school. Not gonna lie. They taught us at the white school that I went to school that black is the dominant race. Not gonna lie. That explains why white people, they're scared. They're scared of being erased. And Andrew Tate, his white daughters, they don't want to get erased.
To sit there and wonder, oh, maybe it's not too bad. Maybe it's because of this. Maybe it's because of that. It doesn't matter. The world is tribal. You're not going to exist much longer if you don't stick up for yourselves. And you are clearly targets of an orchestrated campaign. There is a campaign which is designed to demoralize and eradicate you. And there are a few idiots who listen to this campaign and act on it savagely in real time on your public transport systems that you pay for with your taxes.
When you stop shouting.
Let me ask you a question, Pierce.
Well, why don't you just stop shouting for a moment and let me respond?
Majority of taxes to import white people who don't work to replace them? No other race on the planet would commit suicide to this level besides the white man.
Yeah.
And I'm here to...
Yo, this nigga just basically said... this nigga just basically said, bro, that white people is working to pay taxes so that black people can live off of them. This nigga's funny, bro.
White people who don't work to replace them? No other race support white people systems that you pay for with your taxes.
When you stop shouting.
Let me ask you a question, Pierce.
Well, why don't you just stop shouting for a moment and let me respond?
Majority of taxes to import white people who don't work to replace them? No other race on the planet would commit suicide.
This nigga is crazy, yo. This nigga's crazy. He about to, hey, O'Shea Duke about to make Andrew Tate receives his Negro wake-up call. Oh, God, boy. This nigga is tweaked out. He's not one of us, bro. We knew that, but...
to this level besides the white man.
Yeah.
And I'm here to encourage the white man to stand up for himself.
Since you mentioned taxes, you could explain why the police had to seize more than £2 million from your brother for failing to pay tax on revenue from your online businesses.
Shit, I'm ready to react to how you feel about Charlie Kirk.
Subject, why did the British state try and steal my money? Well, considering the British state, the Foreign Office meddled in a foreign country's prosecution service and wrote them a letter and asked the intelligence services of Romania to get me off the internet. I guess, since I'm a national security threat, all bets are off. Of course they stole my money. Of course they do. They do anything they can to me because they consider me the enemy.
But you avoided paying tax, so you raised the issue of being a taxpayer.
They do.
Well, you raised the issue of being a taxpayer.
They want to get rid of the man who talks about the problem.
All right,
and if the UK doesn't have enough issues.
At some point, you need to stop talking.
Let me ask you a question, sir. all of the knife crime that's happening in London, all of the blood that's running on the streets, considering you can't even wear a nice watch in that city anymore, is it white people or black people who are doing the stabbing?
Well,
I'm half white, half black. You can't offend me. Just tell me the truth.
And who are most
Which
of
one
the
do you think it is?
victims?
Who's doing all the killing?
And who are most of the victims?
Well, some of them are black. Some of them are white. It doesn't matter.
Actually, the vast majority are black. So
I
your
don't
whole
care if
argument.
blacks-
Oh, I was looking at my phone. I don't even know what they talking about, but they black. Boy, quit playing, nigga. So quit playing, Andrew Tate. You tweaked out, nigga. You tweaked out, nigga. You tweaked out, nigga.
You can't offend me. Just tell me the
And
truth.
who are most
Which
of
one
the
do you think it is?
victims?
Who's doing all the killing?
And who are most.
Crime that's happening in London, all of the blood that's running on the streets, considering you can't even wear a nice watch in that city anymore, is it white people or black people who are doing the stabbing? I'm half white, half black. You can't offend me. Just tell me the truth.
And who are
Which
most
one
of
do
the
you think it is?
victims?
Who's doing all the killing?
And who are most of the victims?
Well, some of them are black.
Actually,
some of them are white. It doesn't matter.
Actually, the vast majority are black. So
I
your
don't
whole
care if
argument,
blacks kill
the whole
only
argument
blacks.
you've been
Blacks
shouting
shouldn't be
about,
killing people.
the whole argument
So Andrew Tate is full racist. Wow.
you've been shouting about for the last 10 minutes, you've just exposed yourself as being
Absolutely
a misleading
not.
argument.
Absolutely not. I don't care if black people kill only blacks. I don't care if black people only kill Chinese. Black people shouldn't be killing. There is an issue within the black community which is leading them towards violence. We can discuss whether it's genetic. We can discuss whether it's cultural. We can discuss whether it's systemic. We can discuss that. But it is asinine and ignorant to pretend that there is not a culture within the black community which is leading to violence. There clearly is. There clearly is. And that needs to be addressed. I say this as a half black man myself. My father was black.
Ooh, yeah, was black? Well, he might be dead.
Half of my family is black, but I'm not blind.
That's what they like to say, huh? That's what they like to say, huh? I think Andrew Tate is a little tweaked out. You know, I could see some things, but this nigga saying the leftist media influenced him to stab that woman, bro. And white people, what the fuck this nigga was saying? This nigga was saying white people, goddamn it. They're looked at, they're being painted as a I don't feel that, bro. He talk about the leftist media painting white people as aggressive or whatever, so this is why this is happening. What the fuck has the right been doing to the left? I'm over here talking about right and left now. Y'all niggas got me tweaked out. I'm tweaked out. Not gonna lie. Hey man, that's gonna wrap up this little segment right here though, man. I think we're gonna react to the Charlie Kirk segment that they got. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at y'all in the next one, and I'm gone. TYP tonight.